if I had known in the beginning of my journey, I will actually not focus on making the money out of it aspect, but I'll focus on understanding the movement pattern in the market. Hi guys, this is going to be a raw and unfiltered video, and I will basically be talking about my trading experience so far and what I wish someone could have told me when I'm getting started with trading. While I do that, I'll be showing you guys how I actually set up uh, my workspace to shoot, and this is what I work with right now. And this is how my setup looks right now. It looks so rough. Yep. So I'll be talking about my experience starting and what I wish someone would have told me, and some of the things that we've actually heard about how trading is. It's all about psychology and all, and why I don't believe the problem most of us or most of struggling traders actually have is psychology. I'm going to be talking about that in this video, and I feel like this is one of the major mistakes that I myself have been making. And let me just place this down here. I want to try and set up. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I actually set up my workspace for shooting. So as I was saying, and of recent, I've actually been understanding a lot of things more better, especially when it comes to understanding how trading really works. Because honestly, I've been trying to, or I've been learning to trade for quite a very long time now. I think I started learning like 2022. That's like 2 years, even though I started to take it more seriously this year. But I've been learning for that long. And from then till now, what I've been able to figure out is the fact that trading is not simple. It's actually very, very hard. It's not as easy as people make it sound. Trading is very hard. And what is hard about it that we all sometimes just feel like it is psychology or whatnot. I honestly don't believe it is psychology, and I wish someone would have told me this starting out as a beginner trader. Because most of us starting out as a beginner trader, one of the things we focus on is, oh, psychology is the problem, my psychology is messed up. And this is one thing that I also usually pay attention to, I usually pay attention to before. But now I've come to the realization that psychology might actually not be the problem. And always saying psychology is more like an excuse to me at this point. You are just finding something to make you feel good for not being a disciplined person. It's just that simple. You are just looking for an excuse. You are just looking for an excuse to make it look good to you instead of blaming yourself for not being a disciplined person. Because it all boils down to having a disciplined mindset in the market. And I'm saying this because over the years, it just seems that I've been going in circles in terms of just losing, doing the same mistake over and over again. Keep doing the same mistake over and over again, and if they ask me why, I'll be like, oh, it's psychology, psychology did, psychology that. But at the end of the day, when I take a closer look, I just realize that this is actually just a discipline problem. There is nothing like a psychology here. Because tell me why I'll be doing something that is quite different from what the rules of the strategy I'm trading requires. Like, there's no better explanation for that than it is just about me not being a disciplined person. Like, I can't stick to the rule. I always want to be in a trade right now. And all of these things actually boils down to the fact that I I think I can just enter the market and make money out of it, right? I think the market is that simple, right? I have the feeling that the market is that simple. I can literally just come to the market and make some money out of it. And in all honesty, that's a total lie. Forex is not simple. It's one of the hardest things I've had the opportunity to do in my life. And why I did not regret it, I wish someone would have tell me when I'm starting out so I can actually manage my expectation and start doing the right thing when starting out. And what do I mean by doing the right thing when starting out? As most of you will know that I just joined a mentorship of recent. I actually joined two mentorship. I was not gonna say the mentorship before, but I feel like there is no need for that at this point. I'll just say it. I paid $499 for in total for the two mentorship. One of the mentorship is DAX mentorship that's going to start next month, and the other one is King Soul FX, which I've joined the mentorship already, and I'm still going through their materials. But one thing I'll find out or I'm able to realize by joining this mentorship or one thing I'm actually grateful for is the community that they have. The community of traders, there's trade discussion, everybody talk about their ideas and what they are looking for in the market. So this thing it's actually very helpful because you can ask questions, you can do analysis and ask them what is right or what is wrong. But that's not the topic for today. The problem is a lot of us have the wrong expectation when just coming to the forex trading space. And the expectation is that in the next couple months, I can start making money out of it. If I had known in the beginning of my journey, I will actually not focus on making the money out of it aspect, but I'll focus on understanding the movement pattern in the market. Because while we are here always screaming about, oh, psychology this, psychology that, the truth is just that I don't believe psychology is the problem when it comes to trading. I believe the problem is having discipline. Like that is just the root cause of the majority of problems that as a beginner you are going to face, having a disciplined mindset. I don't know how to emphasize this, but being disciplined will save you a whole lot of troubles, right? Because if you are learning a strategy and the person you learn the strategy from tells you these are the do's and these are the don'ts of this strategy, it is only your disciplined mindset that is going to allow you to wait for the do's of the strategy alone without going for the don'ts. Because if you are stuck in the chart, sometimes you are just going to see an impulsive movement and you having fear of missing out because you are not disciplined. You want to catch every single move in the market. It's just more like saying, oh, as a freelancer that I am now, I want to make sure that I get every client that is available on Upwork or Fiverr to work with them. It's not possible. I cannot work with everybody. And the experience I've had even in that sense is you only need one or two clients that are paying you, that are giving you weekly works, that you are making money from, like they are giving you high paying jobs. You only need one or two of those. You don't need a lot of clients, because having a lot of clients is now getting to have low quality clients that will be paying you less, $5, $20 work, and the work and the pay is not going to be correlating in any way. It's the same thing basically with forex trading. You don't need to concern yourself about everything that is happening in the market. You only need to concern yourself about those patterns, those things that your mentor, your teacher, or whatever person that is teaching you have back tested. They have come to the realization that these things are the things that over time they are going to give you more profit. You are going to make more money out of them than just jumping from one trade to the another, taking one buys here, taking one sell here. All these things actually doesn't give you a long-term success in the market. You can make some money here and there, but in the longer run, you will still be a losing trader. So what I'm going to urge someone that is just coming into learning Forex, or you are struggling as a Forex trader as I am, what I'm going to urge you, or what I'm going to advise you to do is make sure you focus more on understanding what you are being taught or what you are learning than trying to use it to make money now. Like, if you understand what I mean, like, instead of, let's say you learn a strategy on YouTube, and instead of just jumping on the chart immediately, funding an account and trying to trade with it, is it that you backtest, maybe you pay for the money you want to go and risk in the market, use it to pay for backtesting tools, then use that to backtest. You backtest a lot, and from the backtesting, you are going to be more courageous in the strategy because you understand how it works now. You are going to be more familiar with what you are looking to see in the market. In as much as you are saying psychology, I think that's even a problem, because you believe psychology is something you cannot control, that you cannot control your psychology when you are in the market. And that is not the problem. The problem is you don't understand what you need to be doing in the market. And for you to understand what you need to be doing in the market, you need to understand how the market works. And how do you understand how the market works? Better than you practicing it when you are in a more calm state. If you are in the market with your money involved, it's more like saying you want to learn how to shoot, but you want to do it in a war front. Do you get? You want to learn how to shoot a gun, but instead of you going to the shooting range, you decided to join a war and then learn to shoot. You know you are going to be dead in the first few minutes of joining the war front. So that's the same thing with trading. You want to make sure you learn where you are at peace, right? Before you go to war, you learn where you are at peace, you backtest. Unfortunately, there are a lot of tools that give you access to backtest as far as you possibly can. Backtest for 2 years, backtest for 6 months. You can literally do all this in the course of 2 months. You don't need to do anything manually. They have all the data for you. This is something that I've been paying more attention to right now as well. I've been backtesting a lot. I've been refining the strategy, see where it actually works, when it doesn't work. And one of the things I'm going to tell someone that is just starting out as a Forex trader is for them to focus on taking lesser trades a day. If possible, set a limit for yourself, like I'm only going to take 2 trades today, and you are only going to wait for that your strategy or your entry pattern that gives you higher probability when you backtest. You're only waiting for that, right? Instead of you risking little amount on different low probability entries that you see on the market, just wait for those high probability. And if I had known, these are the things I would have been telling myself just starting out as a beginner Forex trader. Because the mindset we bring to the market is, I want to make money with it. Everybody wants to make money with the market. But as a beginner, the mindset we bring is, I want to make money with it now. And that's going to make the process even more longer, because you are putting your livelihood on something you don't understand, and the market is not very friendly. It's going to deal with your mistake as soon as possible. So that's basically it for this video. Just having a disciplined mindset, and stop thinking that maybe some kind of psychology is the problem. Psychology is not the problem. The problem is that you do not have a disciplined mindset to understand that, okay, right now I'm not doing anything for today because I'm not seeing anything for me to do, regardless of whatever the market is doing. And once you see what you need to see, you will never think of maybe it's going to work or not. You have already tested it. It works on a longer period of time. It works over larger sample. So regardless of whether it works that day, doesn't mean you are not going to execute it the second day, or doesn't mean you are going to guess it the second day. And the only way you can reach this stage of where you are not actually guessing whether your strategy will work or not is by understanding it over a long course of time, being able to see a result in backtesting over a long course of time. So it all boils down to backtesting. So if I am to start today, the number one thing I'm going to focus on, backtesting the strategy I'm learning, backtest it for months to come. Then after backtesting for so long, then I can now demo trade. And if I'm not seeing the result in demo trade, then I can now start with very low accounts. And if I'm able to flip the low account, then I can now get it challenge, a profile account challenge done. Then if I'm able to now pass that, then I can now start having my own personal account as well. This would have been a footstep that I would have taken if I understand what I know right now. So that's it for it, guys. Just make sure you keep back testing, don't give up, and just keep going. At the end of the tunnel is light, as they say.